One Gotti talking sports.
YouTube, what's going on? It's One Gotti here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders being the worst team in the NFL right now and how we, at this current moment, hold the #1 overall draft pick. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure to go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, how Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So the Washington Commanders are coming off of yet their 4th straight loss, and the season's pretty much done in my opinion, especially with how this NFC East is playing out. I mean, everybody's winning. The Cowboys with Cooper Rush is winning, just beat the Rams. That defense is crazy. Eagles basically got away with a nail biter, versus the Cardinals, and they're remaining undefeated 5-0. And the Giants 4-1. Win in London over Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, man. I'm going to first start by saying this. This is where coaching goes into play here. The Giants roster is not nearly as talented as our roster. Not nearly as talented as our roster. Daniel Jones literally is throwing to David Sills, Behringer, all these random practice squad wide receivers, and they're winning games. That's coaching. We have too much talent on this roster to be playing the way we're playing right now. It goes back to this coaching staff. These coaches need to be gone. I don't understand why they're still here, but we know they're not going to do that. Daniel Snyder's not in a spot where he can fire Ron Rivera. He can't do that right now. The Washington Commanders are the worst team in the NFL right now. Like, not even me just saying that based off of being a fan of this team, but I'm being literal. We're the worst team in the league. The Texans got a win yesterday. Now they're 1-3-1. We're 1-4, and we currently hold the 1st overall draft pick. And right now, I literally said after the Titans game, if we lose, I don't see us really. I don't know who else we can beat. Who can we really beat if we can't beat a Titans team that literally tried to give us this game? They tried to give us this game. They did not. Well, they didn't do anything to win. Really? We gave them this game, bro. Penalties, bad coaching assignments, or bad coaching and bad game management, bad clock management, poor throws by Carson Wentz late in the red zone, bad. And this is crazy because Carson Wentz was having a really good game yesterday too, man. Really was. Scott Turner was having a solid all day calling plays, but then when you get down in the red zone, we just lose our stuff. Scott Turner don't know how to call plays. Carson Wentz forcing passes. Come on, man. We was one of the best red zone offenses in the NFL. Come on, bro. But the season to me is again over. And the Washington Commanders are the worst team right now. I mean, we got Chicago, Green Bay. We got after Green Bay, I think we got it's either either the Colts or the Texans. I think it's the Colts who we got, and that's probably where we probably get a chance to win our next game. But then again, who knows? De'Ami Brown had a good game finally, and we basically wasted his show-out game because we want to lose. Ron Rivera, the time has passed them. Carolina fans tried to warn us. They tried to warn us. You know what I'm saying? They tried to. And we ain't listen. We ain't listen. It was a reason why the Carolina Panthers fired Ron Rivera. And going back to that hiring year, I said, bro, we should hire Kevin O'Connell. We should make Kevin O'Connell our head coach. Kevin O'Connell was literally the only offensive coordinator I've seen get Dwayne Haskins to look somewhat good. And may God rest his soul, because, again, we don't know what he would have done with the Steelers. But Kevin O'Connell was the only one that got this man to play somewhat good. And Ron Rivera does not even hold him as an offensive coordinator. He lets him go. He lets him go, and he goes beyond the Rams, won a Super Bowl, and then now he's the head coach of the Vikings. This is bad coaching. It's bad from the top on down. Ownership, bad. Coaching, bad. Players, for the most part, we're not bad as players. This team is talented. Yes, we have some issues amongst the offensive line and probably in the secondary, but this roster is talented enough to be 4-1, 3-2. But the coaching is the main reason why this team is not where it should be. This team should be in the thick of things in the NFCs, but we're here sitting here going into week 6, and our season is pretty much over. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know what to say anymore. As far as like trying to bring hope for this season. Like we hyped this season up all off season long, man. We did. We thought we were missing the quarterback in Carson Wentz. Yes, Carson Wentz hasn't been perfect, but no, the coaching staff hasn't put him in positions to be perfect at times, for the most part. So I can't even get mad at Wentz fully. Wentz was not perfect yesterday. Trust me. I understand that. But if you put your man in better situations, then he would probably perform better. But look, man, we waited 6 months for this, just for this to be over in October. But again, I'm not surprised. This has been a yearly thing. This happens every single year. Every single year. Around this exact time, we're sitting here talking about the season being over. So, the Carolina Panthers fired Matt Rule today, probably like 10 minutes ago. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, when is Rivera going to be next? When is Rivera going to be next? Can we please fire Ron Rivera, make Jack Del Rio the head coach for the remainder of the season, and find a new head coach next year? I promise you Jack Del Rio is a better head coach than Ron Rivera. I honestly do. Because what Jack Del Rio had 1 or 2 years in Oakland, and one of those years, I believe the Oakland Raiders were the number 1 seed in the AFC. Number 2, whatever. They had a really good defense. Derek Carr was playing out of his mind. I think that was the year he was in the MVP race. I guarantee you Jack Del Rio is the better head coach than Ron Rivera. But, yeah, man, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to say from now on, like content-wise, man, because I know a lot of fans are going to start checking out on the season. So what should I do to talk about content? Because when we're winning, it's easy to make content on studs and duds and what we have next week. But when you're losing and you're constantly losing, what's next? Except for trying to talk about draft. But I don't want to talk about the draft right now. I really don't. This is frustrating because we talked about all summer long how good this team could be if we just get some average quarterback play. Not thinking this coaching staff was going to be this bad. Not thinking the offensive line was going to be nearly as bad as it was. You bench Trey Turner. Why is Andrew Norwell still out there? Why is Nick Martin still out there? Was Tyler Larson activated yesterday? I think he was. Why was Nick Martin out there? This Thursday, I better see Tyler Larson starting at center. I better be. I'm praying that Wes Schweitzer comes back soon because I'm sick of Andrew Norwell. And we really don't have no other guard to go out there. So we're stuck with him. We're going to put Chris Paul out there and he's a guard / tackle, mainly a tackle. So we stuck with Andrew Norwell. But, ladies and gentlemen, again, season's over. We're 1-4. We're currently the number 1. We have the number 1 draft pick in this year's draft. I don't know if this is going to stand or not. I don't think it is. I still think Washington is probably going to win 6 games still, and we're going to probably be like the number 10th pick. But that's just how we are right now. We're literally the worst team in the league. And you know what hurts even more? It feels like we're running on a hamster wheel. We're not even running on a hamster. We're just standing in place because all the teams that were horrible while we were horrible are making strides, and we're still in the same place. The Jets are 3-2. The Giants are 4-1. The Jaguars are 2-3. Matter of fact, before I get out of here, let me look at the standings in the NFL. NFL as a whole right now, because there are countless teams that are making strides and we're not. That were horrible. So Jets 3-2, Dolphins 3-2. Know what I'm saying? Let's see who else. Tennessee's 3-2, even though they weren't bad. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they are they aren't that good. They're in the AFC South, which is a horrible division. Even the Seahawks are staying afloat, right? I know they lost, but Geno Smith got them playing afloat. You know, 49ers 3-2. Cowboys without Cooper, without Dak Prescott is 4-1. Eagles 5-0, 5-0. Vikings 4-1. Even the Bears has a better record than us, and I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Fields runs all over us this Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Even the Falcons are better than us. Like, the only team that's probably worse than us right now is the Panthers. And they already moved on from their head coach this year. So what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? Fire Ron Rivera. Let me know just about this video in the comment section down below again. It's going to be hard to start making content because what is there to really talk about right now for this team? But you know your boy's going to be here. I'll be looking forward to you guys' comments. And I'll be streaming the game Thursday. Be rooting this team on. Hopefully we can finally get a win. But at this point, it's just like we already know what the outcome really going to be. But yeah, man, it's me, boy, Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington Commanders. Run the road to 5,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, get it down below in the comment section. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped.